welcome. Great to have you along here for the NBA on 2K Sports. And a terrific NBA season continues to take shape. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against the Houston Rockets. I'll catch up with you at halftime.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And guys, taking a look at Klay Thompson, what will we see from him, do you think, today?
Well, you have to be aware of his specific capacity to knock down the corner three. That's where he's most comfortable. That's where he's going to be. So defensively, you got to keep tabs on him.
And Steve, he's earned a nickname that's familiar to anybody that's followed basketball, the microwave. There's no slow build-up with him. All he needs is one shot to go down, and it can set him off, turn him into a real scoring machine. He cooks with gas, not electricity.
Last game for the Warriors, they pick up the W against Toronto.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got. The Warriors were able to get back to the postseason for the first time since the We Believe season in 07, when they knocked off the Dallas Mavericks as an 8 seed. They didn't finish. Finish above 500 on the road, but still were much better than previous years, which allowed them to get to the playoffs.
Harden with a screen on Curry. The drive by Brooks. That's good from Howard, and the assist by Brooks.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Well, back to that Warrior road record that Clark was talking about, 19 and 22, as you said. But I remember an early road trip that had them go 6-1. Really helped them start to believe in themselves. Steve was a team last season.
Yeah, that included that buzzer-beating win against Miami on Draymond Green's shot. I think that's when this group really realized that they could make some noise and possibly be a playoff team.
Now here's Brooks after the miss from Klay Thompson. Brooks kicks to Howard, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
The pass to Thompson. 18 feet out, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's Houston's ball. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Well, these teams were very similar in a lot of ways last year, especially in the standings. But they were able to take the season series from them.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Mark Jackson. He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Yeah, they were two pretty decent teams last season. Clark, as Steve just made mention of, their regular season matchups were interesting.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, but they had an advantage in just a few critical areas that gave them the upper hand. They did a good job of winning the majority of those games. You know, when you get an influx of talent through the draft like the Rockets did prior to last season, the initial reaction is excitement, but then you think about, man, how are we going to get these guys ready to play NBA basketball? And the Rockets did a nice job by taking it easy and bringing them along slowly.
Good job creating just enough space to let that one fly.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Bogut on him. A jump hook. Howard can't hit. And for the Rockets, you look at how that strategy worked out for them, and it was exactly what they needed. Got off to a quick start last year. And, you know, Steve, toward the end, their rookies were fresh and able to contribute when it mattered most.
You know, Kevin, it's hard for fans to see a player get drafted and not immediately see the floor, but a lot of times that's the best route. You know, you give a player time to adjust, you make him earn it, and by the end of the season, he can be a very effective player. I think plenty of the Rockets players proved that last season.
You know, you look at the characteristics of good teams, and a lot of things jump out at you, but one that's really important is being a good free throw shooting team. That hasn't always been a strength of the Warriors, but over the last few years, they've made big strides at getting better in that area.
Now here's Brooks. He's coming off a 16-point game against Phoenix. 6 to shoot. Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got his first bucket of the night. Warriors have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And for the Warriors, Clark convert they did as they shot just under 79% from the free throw line last year. That was good for 4th in the NBA. Steve, not bad considering their centers are not known for their good free throw shooting to begin with.
No, but their guards are just ridiculously effective shooting the ball. In fact, anytime there was a technical foul last year, it was like there was a fight to get to the line. They had so many people to choose from, but that's a big part of the success of this club, just the incredible shooting, both from the perimeter and from the foul line.
For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to Phoenix.
Yeah, they were really in a funk from the field, guys. Credit the defense, definitely, but you know, even when they got open, they're not hitting.
Hey, Steve, me and you flub up words and misstate things on occasion. So do these players have bad nights. It happens.
You know, when he came into the league, everyone thought that Klay Thompson would be a great shooter, but I thought where he really improved last year and made strides was as a defensive stopper. He's got good size and strength. Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Now here's Brooks, averaging 16 points a game. And speaking of Thompson's defense, something he's worked at diligently, Clark, in the offseason.
Yeah, an hour and a half a day, Kevin, on defensive drills. That takes a lot of discipline.
That's something.
And while he's not an elite athlete, the footwork and length gives him a chance to defend positions 1 through 3 and do a solid job on quick point guards like Tony Parker even.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And here's a list of players that have been coming through for their team on both ends of the floor. The point guards with the most steals over the course of the last month. Number 1, Steph Curry.
And all those swipes have come for him because of the endless energy he devotes defensively. And whoever he's guarding, he just stays so close to him on the perimeter.
Yeah, he's the guy, if you're an opposing point guard, that you dread having to go up against. I mean, you don't want to see this guy because, like you said, he's going to be all over you. Like bees on a pop can at a picnic. That's how much he hovers around.
You got away with words, my friend.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Iguodala, the pass to Lee. Fades and shoots. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Well contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You got to make him work for it, challenge every shot.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's foul number 2 for him. Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for the Warriors. On defense, Golden State. They trail by 1. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Brooks.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Good D by Lee.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
And they're 1 away now from being in the penalty.
Yeah, you know, now's not the time to be careless. The next one sends them to the line.
And Curry, here we go. Rejected by Howard. They get it back. They need this one. They shoot again.
Second foul of the first quarter. They're probably going to have to sit him down here to try to avoid number 3.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Terrence Jones has checked in for Houston.
After 17 years in the NBA, Jermaine O'Neal is still going. It's easy to forget he was once an all-star franchise big man for the Indiana Pacers. Jermaine could do it all. He could score it in the low post, could make the mid-range jumper, and also was a force defensively. But even though he's not at that level now, he can still help you as a quality rotation big man.
And for O'Neal at one time, a 24-point per game score. Now his role is all about defense, blocking shots and clogging the lane.
Yeah, he's 6'11", 250 with a great knowledge of the NBA and how to defend and scouting reports of every player in the league. Very savvy veteran player.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for James Harden. Now here's Lin. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix. Asik dishes to Brooks. Brooks gets the screen from Asik. 5 to shoot. Here's Caspi. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Andre Iguodala.
Tell you what, you got to give the Houston Rockets a lot of credit, guys. After losing their franchise players to injury and age back in '09, they've managed to rebuild this team without tanking for lottery picks or going all the way to the bottom of the heap. Very impressive.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for David Lee, and it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And for the Rockets, they've been very shrewd acquiring undervalued players, trading for draft picks. Steve, all in the hopes of swinging big trades for superstars.
Well, and then when they acquired James Harden, they finally got a cornerstone player. Now all of a sudden you throw in Dwight Howard, you've got another foundational player. So all these years of tinkering and trading and moving picks and moving players, it's finally paid off, and now he's got the team he was hoping to put together. In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Brooks from outside, and Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry gets the screen from Spates. Curry kicks to Barnes. Back to Curry. Thompson outside. Dishes to Spates. Barnes.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
And the thing I admire about him is his poise. He just always looks cool and composed. Doesn't matter if it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter. He's got that same expression on his face.
And I know nothing fires him up more than a huge jam right in the face of an opponent. I mean, those facials get him going. Don't discount how that can deflate the defender and the other team, too.
Warriors trail by 3. Spates with a screen on Brooks. Curry passes to Thompson. And again, it's the Warriors missing. He kicks it to Spates. The dish to O'Neal. Outside Curry. Brooks covering. Curry passes to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
You know, with Steph Curry, it's never been a question about his talent, guys. It's always been a question about how are his ankles going to do. But really, he only missed significant time in the shortened season. And for the most part, he's been healthy and highly productive.
Now here's Brooks. Feeds to Lin. Pass to Jones. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Rockets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Well, the season numbers for this club are really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
He dishes it to Curry. From the line, and he hits the jumper for 2. And a few ankle tweaks for Curry last season, but with the big brace he wore, he said the pain was mostly from the brace bruising his ankle than anything else.
Well, it sounds to me like maybe he should take the brace off. Maybe a smaller brace so he doesn't get the bruising. That would be smart.
Exactly.
You know, the Rockets did a lot to make over their backcourt last season as they brought in two big names in Jeremy Lin and James Harden. And that's not always an easy adjustment. Took a little time for both of those guys to figure out how to coexist in the pick-and-roll offense.
And the Warriors making a change here. Ezeli's checked in. Now here's Curry. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Toronto.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4 steals during that ball game.
And the slam dunk by Spates. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over there.
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Lynn dishes to Casper. Stolen by Thompson. And Curry, here we go. Defended by Lynn. And Thompson kicks to Spates. Back to Thompson. Baseline J on the way. And Jones pulls it down. And Clark, as you said, it took some time for this Houston backcourt to learn how to play with each other, but that is the case for any duo. Eventually, Steve, they found a happier medium, and that initiated some great offense between them.
Well, they were much more effective down the stretch last season, Kevin, and I thought it really showed in the way Lynn and Harden kind of played off of each other. So, you know, a lot of teams, they seem to want to have that second option for bringing the ball up or for attacking, and it is very effective to have a couple of guys who can each attack and create.
Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And there's the feed to Casper. Pass to Jones. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, on paper, he's not that big, but if you're a coach, you love the versatility Terrence Jones can present defensively, because he's got that nice long wingspan that allows him to play bigger than he's listed.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bazemore is checked in. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Steph Curry. Foul call that time in the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Terrence Jones, there were questions at Kentucky about his inconsistent motor. But his rookie season, I think, was pretty encouraging.
He showed some signs, Kevin. A solid rebound rate, you know, skill level at that power forward position, the ability to face up and drive. He can shoot it a little bit from the outside. Very intriguing young player. Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
Douglas, the pass to Ezeli. Inside, Barnes. And he dumps it down.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Rockets trail. Right side, Lynn. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
Douglas dishes to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Well, I watched this kid in college at North Carolina, Harrison Barnes. At 6'8", he's got a strong frame, a nice touch, hard-working, and he's really a student of the game. He's got the prototype body and game for an NBA small forward.
Here's Beverly, averaging 8 points a game. Lynn kicks to Smith. Smith right side. Back to Lynn. And it's blocked by Barnes. Thompson right side. Thompson off the pick from Bazemore. Thompson passes to Barnes. Azili kicks to Barnes. Golden State moving it around. Thompson off the pick from Barnes. Thompson dishes to Douglas. Hits it from three-point range. Douglas has got 5. And going back to Barnes, not just size, but almost a 40-inch standing vertical at the combine. Off the charts.
And you factor in, he's got a great high release on his jump shot, able to get his shot off pretty easily. Really a quality player in this league. Size, strength, and shooting ability. That's always a good combination.
And that one's good. Beverly. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bazemore passes to Barnes. Kicks it to Bazemore. Fires from deep. Passes it to Douglas. He feeds it to Bazemore. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Beverly. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Beverly's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
No good on the buzzer beater. It's a tie game here in Houston. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Coming up next Tuesday, December 10th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Rudy Gay and the Toronto Raptors. Do not miss it.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
It was a pretty solid first quarter for this club. They limited their mistakes and really took advantage offensively.
You know what? I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways. That's excellent pressure and good activity with the hands.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Can be out there with Howard. And there's Williams. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Cannon in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Screen by Bogut. Douglas kicks to Bogut. Thompson. Shot clock at 6. He passes to Barnes. Dishes it to Bazemore. It's rebounded by Houston. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And I would think a lot of attention will be focused on that Orlando contest.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, even though Draymond Green was the 35th overall pick out of Michigan State, he found a way to contribute right away for the Warriors. Coach Mark Jackson raves about him, saying, quote, he has an incredible basketball IQ. That's the biggest reason why he's on this level. He absolutely gets it. He's a flat-out winner. Kevin, what a great glue guy.
He's a key cog in this young core. Thanks, Doris. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Douglas to Bazemore. Barnes. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Outside Williams. And there's the pass to Howard. Nifty move. The second effort. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That's on Andrew Bogut.
And the Warriors have not defended well against Dwight Howard.
He has 8 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
Well, he showed off how intelligent he is defensively. He understands where the ball is, where players are, what's happening in front of him.
David Lee checked in for Harrison Barnes. for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during the season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Houston in the lead. On the wing, Harden. Puts up a three. That's good. Harden's got 5 points so far.
You know, that wasn't the highest quality look, but for him, it doesn't matter. He doesn't need a great look to knock down the three.
Bogut with a screen on Williams. Bazemore dishes to Bogut. Right side, Lee. Douglas to Bazemore. Clock at 6. Defended by Cannon. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Iguodala, the pass to Lee. Back to Iguodala. Just 5 to shoot. He kicks to Lee. And it falls over the rim and in.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Harden outside, the 17-footer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Lee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
The shot's good from Douglas.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Now, here is Harden. He's covered closely. Good. And the Warriors with possession here. Trailing by 2. Douglas. Iguodala. Rebound by Williams. Rockets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
You know, the Rockets turned a lot of heads last season, guys, as they got back into the playoffs after missing out the year before. A big part of that was how they played at home. They were very tough to beat in Houston.
And the Rockets, as you said, Clark, strong at home, and that can be seen in that record of 29-12. Just the kind of home record, Steve, you need to get into the playoffs.
And it was the way the Rockets played that was so impressive, Kevin. They attack the rim, and then they kick out and bomb a ton of threes. And I think that's the kind of attack, the kind of style that can really bring a friendly crowd and bring them to their feet. And I thought that the Houston fans got more and more animated as the season went on.
A quick look now at some big men that have been rock solid over the past 10 games. The top shooting centers and power forwards in the NBA. Dwight Howard on top.
You know, he's gotten to the top of that list because he has a terrific array of low post moves that allows him to free himself up to get to the basket for very high percentage shots.
And not only that, Steve, we always talk about athleticism and length and speed, but strength is a factor in this game too, and it allows you to finish around the goal through other people. So that's something he does well. Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Well, what you love about David Lee is he's a guy with a great combination of skill and effort. Double-double guy almost every night out. Can give you 3 or 4 assists a game. Can hit the mid-range jumper. You can run your offense through him on the elbow. Really, really good player. Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
So for the Rockets, Caspi comes in for Reggie Williams. And it's Jeremy Lin in for James Harden. Caspi with the bucket. And Steve, I give David Lee a lot of credit for stopping it out at the center position, both in New York and then Golden State. You know, Clark, I never once heard him complain.
No, he's always a team-first guy and goes out there and does what he can to help his team. But you know, he's got to be thrilled to be playing next to a legitimate center in Andrew Bogut.
Bazemore dishes to Iguodala. That 3 off the mark. Rockets leading by 5. Here's Canaan. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. Leads him in there. Bogut can be covering. Golden State moving the ball around. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, it's very rare that you're going to be able to make the playoffs in the West without coming out with a winning record against the rest of the conference. And the Warriors knew that would be important in their quest for the playoffs, and they handled business against the West.
Well, and for the Warriors who fought so hard to get back into the playoffs, last year their 28-24 record against the rest of the West really helped their cause, Steve.
Well, the toughest part of the Warriors' last campaign was a rough stretch of games in February where they dropped off a bit in the race. And, you know, a lot of those games were against Western teams. And if you kind of remove that month, their in-conference record is even more impressive.
Douglas kicks to Lee. There's the dish to Bazemore. Pass to Bogut. Lee outside. Feeds it to Iguodala. Lee sets a screen for Iguodala. Golden State needs to get off a shot. No good from Lee.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Can be a screen on Douglas. Cannon kicks to Howard. With the fadeaway. That's good. Howard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Douglas to Bazemore. He dishes it to Douglas. Lee sets a screen for Douglas. There's the feed to Bazemore. It's rebounded by Casper.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Deflects the pass. Douglas with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now. 4th in rebound, 8th in assists, and they're in the top half of the league in blocks. That's pretty good. Not too bad.
And you put all those things together, and that makes this a very tough team. And what really jumps out at me is the rebounds, Clark. I mean, this is a team that controls the paint. If you're going to miss a shot, the ball seems to be theirs almost every time. That allows their transition game to get going. And then at the offensive end, they'll pound you on the offensive glass as well.
Iguodala with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Bogut kicks to Douglas. Back to Bogut.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, not the best statistic for him. I mean, his performance at the line, of course, very low numbers.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
And the Rockets making a change here. Ashik's checked in. Lynn gets a screen from Cannon. Lynn with it. Now defended by Douglas. And Howard with the stop.
Well, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Lee sets a screen for Douglas. Pass to Bazemore. Three-pointer. Good. Bazemore's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, for Dwight Howard, a perfect fit with head coach Kevin McHale. So often, head coaches are former point guards, but in McHale, a Hall of Fame power forward. Howard has a coach he can quite literally see eye to eye with. And McHale is one of the all-time great post-up scorers. And for Dwight Howard, he said that was the biggest reason for his decision to come to Houston, saying, quote, "I felt he could really help me develop in the post." Guys, back to you.
You don't see many great back-to-the-basket big men these days, Doris. He's one of the best, certainly. Here's Douglas. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Tony Douglas, I thought, had a nice bounce-back season a year ago. Always a tough defender, guys, and got his shot to start falling again, which had been AWOL for a bit.
And the Warriors making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And Douglas out of Florida State, more of a combo guard.
Yeah, he's not a pure point or an elite scorer, but he is good defensively. You know he's going to get that from Florida State, and I like his aggressive mentality at that end of the floor.
Blocked. Sent that one away, but after it touched the backboard, the refs are on it, and they call him for goaltending.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spades comes in for David Lee, and Steph Curry subbed in for Tony Douglas.
Well, you know, guys, the Houston fans could be forgiven for not having heard of Umir Ashik when the Rockets signed him as their starting center a season ago. He was a second-round pick out of Turkey in 08, a backup in Chicago, but he's quickly shown himself to be a key piece of this promising young core.
Lynn with it, now guarded by Bazemore. Caspi for 3. That's good. Caspi's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
And you have to give the Rockets credit for going after Ashik, a player who never averaged more than 15 minutes a game with Chicago, a restricted free agent with the Bulls, and became a very important part for the Rockets.
Well, they clearly saw something special with Ashik. He's a great rebounder and defender, uses his body, understands angles, and plays that verticality really well as a defensive center.
Lynn is screen on Curry. Knocked loose. Howard kicks to Lynn. To the paint. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Tony Douglas is checked in for the Warriors. Curry against Brooks. It's Curry with the drive and the rejection by Smith. And it's Houston on the break. Brooks the pass to Lynn. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, he might not have been able to improve on his numbers from the breakout Linsanity season, but Jeremy Lin last year proved that he's no flash in the pan. He's a starting caliber point guard in the NBA.
And for Jeremy Lin, knee surgery going into last season. He wasn't 100% when the season started, Steve.
But we did see his scoring and shooting improve as the season wore on and as he got healthier.
Curry dishes to O'Neal. Off target from the wing.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
The open shot, Lynn. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And it's 7 points here for Lynn. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin. Well, the Rockets front office, very influenced by advanced stats or sabermetrics, if you will. They revealed one thing that they think the league undervalues, and that's attack guards. Ones who put pressure on the defense off the dribble. That's one more reason they pursued the slashing Jeremy Lin so strongly. That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Kicks it to Spates. He feeds it to Douglas. Spates sets a screen. Brooks against Douglas. Here's Curry with the 3, and that one's good. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter. Back to Jeremy Lin, a great penetrator, very active. Gets to the line. He's about as surprising a guy, Steve, as I can recall getting in the league and having putting a thumbprint on things.
Well, much more athletic than people give him credit for. Very explosive. He can get into the paint and a really quick first step. That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Rockets leading by 4. Brooks with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Brooks kicks to Caspi. And it's Spates with the rebound. Golden State's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Brooks kicks to Caspi. Shot from the wing. That's good on the jump shot. Caspi's got 9 points.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Warriors trail by 3. Douglas kicks to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Spates. Curry passes to Spates. Back to Curry. Good if it goes. And no good trying to get that one. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Rockets lead by 3. Well, folks, stay tuned for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's a lively Friday evening here at 2K Sports. Hopefully you're having a great time watching a little basketball tonight. Plenty of hustle from the Rockets. They'd like the chance to move up in the conference standings right now, sitting 7th. Dwight Howard playing effortlessly. He's up to 14 points and is putting out the effort defensively as well, making his presence felt on both ends of the floor. And for Golden State, they've been battling. They've gotten a tremendous boost from their reserves, going to them early in the game for production. Stephen Curry with an amazing start. He's got 14 points and has looked very good defensively, playing hard-nosed ball out there. And now, let's check out the other games still going on. Out in Sacramento, the Kings have the lead against the Lakers. Smooth sailing so far for them. Game in the 3rd. And another one also in progress. Toronto leading against the Suns out at US Airways Center. Second half of basketball just getting started for them. And a look now at the rest of the action from around the NBA. Out at New Orleans Arena, it's the Pelicans trailing to Oklahoma City. A lot of ground to make up for them and not a lot of game left. And that'll be our report. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. We have seen an exceptional performance from Dwight Howard.
How about this? A double-double already. I mean, this is a sort of energy performance that just pumps life into your whole team.
You know, the way he's impacted the game in so many different ways, it's been fun to watch and really going to be hard to slow him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. It's Lee and Bogut inside.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys. David Lee, such a versatile big man. He rebounds, he can pass from the high post. He's got that mid-range jumper, and he can finish inside with either hand. Little hook shots, flip shots. He is a really, really good player.
The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scores in the NBA over the last month. Third is Stephen Curry.
What a performance offensively it's been of late for him. He's really clicking right now.
Bogut backing him down. Back to Curry. Pass to Thompson. Lee, a screen on Hart. Shot clock at 6. In low to Lee for the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 5 assists in the game.
And guys, you mentioned David Lee's ambidextrous finishing. I mean, Steve, he actually broke his left arm when he was in high school, and it forced him to develop his right hand in the meantime, and that's why he's so effective with both hands, and he's really made the most of it. It's part of what makes him a tough guy to deal with.
Here's Curry with the 3. No good. Nice D from Brooks.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
Well, you're right. Anything less than airtight defense on him will usually result in 3 points. I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Kevin, here's where the Warriors rank in the NBA over the last month. Tops in scoring, first in rebounding, and they're also #1 distributing the basketball. This is a team that knows how to find the open man and convert those opportunities.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Another miss by Houston.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
And the rejection by Candy. Brooks against Lee. And Brooks. Here we go. Caspi dishes to Brooks. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Thompson, the 7-footer falls. Thompson's got 7 points.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Here's Harden, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on David Lee.
Well, you know, prior to last season, there were several teams that considered trading for James Harden. There was a question, though, over how much they were prepared to give up. And some question if he could be the first option on the team. That question's been answered.
And the first one at the line is good. And the season before last, Harden won 6th Man of the Year. But, guys, do you think that because Harden came off the bench in Oklahoma City, that some underestimated his talent?
Well, I don't think anybody underestimated his talent. I think it was pretty apparent what he could do. But, you know, scouts have watched him ever since his Arizona State days. You can see he had star potential, and now he's getting the opportunity in Houston to fulfill that. Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
Thompson outside.
It's his 4th foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, you know, it's interesting, guys. Klay Thompson, as we all know, is a deadly outside shooter. But I think early in his NBA career, he struggled a bit with his touch around the rim. So it's nice to see as last season wore on, he started to find that touch around the glass and finish against bigger guys, which is much needed at the 2-guard position. Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Bogut, he's guarded by Howard. Backing him down is Iguodala. Outside Curry. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Out to Thompson from deep. Again, the miss by Thompson. Well, and Clark going back to Klay Thompson. He wants to be a complete player. His dad certainly was, and you know, Steve, he's just not a shooting specialist.
No, he's got the size and ball handling ability to really attack off the dribble, and he's also become an excellent defender, too. Greg Popovich talked about it during their playoff series a year ago. Thompson really did a nice job at that end of the floor.
The Warriors making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Backing down is Howard. A baseline J, and it comes off the front of the rim.
He was right up tight on him on that attempt. Terrific D to throw off the shot.
And he did it without making too much contact and getting the officials' attention either.
Thompson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And Thompson kicks to O'Neal, kicks it out to Iguodala. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Warriors lead by 1. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here, we'll see. And I think for the Warriors, when you look at rebounding, that's where they made the most improvement last year. In fact, they ranked dead last in defensive rebounding in each of the previous 5 seasons, but they were number 1 in the league last year. What a turnaround.
Lee. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. You talk about the rebounding turnaround for the Warriors in 2011 and 2012. They were out-rebounded Clark by an average of about 7 rebounds a game than last season. They out-rebounded the opposition by over 2 a game.
You know, that's basically a 9-possession turnaround,
Good
Kevin,
point.
when you look at it that way. And that's huge. I mean, it really helps explain how they went from a 23-win team to a 47-win team over the course of one season.
First one falls for him. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Golden State. And both free throws good for Lee. Brooks with it. Brooks right side. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Here's Barnes. The shot misses. Nice D from Caspi. It's Harden with the drive. Lee with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And he bangs it home with one hand. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
You also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot up. And again, unable to change momentum here. Warriors leading by 5. Outside Curry. They double team Curry. Back the lead. Into O'Neal. He passes to Barnes. Barnes gets a screen from O'Neal. Moves back up. Off the pick. Drops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
Here's Brooks. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And Harrison Barnes, a rookie last season out of North Carolina, guys. He started as small forward for the Warriors from day one. I mean, a pretty impressive accomplishment on a playoff contending team.
And Clark, you just talked about Harrison Barnes last season. The Warriors' youngest opening night starter, Steve, since 1995.
Yeah, he was solid, not spectacular early, but you knew what you were going to get from him defensively. He was a good spot-up shooter, but as the season wore on, Kev, he seemed to get more and more aggressive offensively, and he expanded his game.
With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. The Warriors, number 1.
They've been racking up the blocks lately, so, I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Barnes. Three-pointer. Outside for Curry. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Howard's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Back the lead. Dishes it to Curry. Lee outside. O'Neal. Fades. And it's sent back by Howard. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. And Harden hit the stop.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Now here's Curry. 14 points for him. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, it's always good to look at some of the backstory here on the numbers. Here are the stats for Steph Curry. First in steals, second in scoring, and as a distributor, he's been really effective, ranking in the top 10 in assists.
And just to mention his steals again, Steve, he's one of those guys who in a zone where it's like he knows what the other guys are doing. His anticipation is excellent. I mean, it's almost psychic.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Warriors have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Curry gets the screen from O'Neal. Curry passes to Barnes. Back to Curry. Six to shoot. There's the pass to O'Neal. He kicks to Barnes. They grab their own miss. Houston's guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense, and now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game.
Lee sets a screen for Barnes. Lee left side. Thompson outside for three. And Curry, here we go. There's the dish to Barnes. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. That's good. Curry's got 17 now.
Yeah, and that's his first three of the half. There may be more in store.
Howard with this screen on Thompson. Brooks dishes to Asher. Back to Brooks. Houston moving the ball around. And Beverly kicks to Brooks. A floater. And Thompson sends it back.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
Ashik, the pass to Harden. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Timeout called the Warriors.
You look at Harden's career, he was a gifted scorer at Arizona State, but with a slow start in his rookie season, and playing with two of the best players in the league in Oklahoma City, people seem to forget that he's always been a player who can light it up.
Azili's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for David Lee. No coverage that time. And 11 points for Barnes.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
Curry with the steal, and Curry with the clear path to the hoop. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And James Harden, the first ever draft pick by the Oklahoma City Thunder after the move from Seattle, certainly. To see him go so soon in his NBA career as he was reaching stardom had to be tough for fans, and we know Clark certainly for his team.
I agree wholeheartedly there, Kevin. And think of all the fans who wore fake beards on their faces, even buildings in OKC with beards adorning them. So Harden wasn't just a great player, his image was almost a mascot for the team as well.
Well, look at Steve, Clark. He's got the fake Harden beard on right now next to us. I mean, geez.
Hear the beard.
Aaron Brooks is checked in for Houston. Dives for it. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Let's take a look at the Warriors. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And checking out Houston, 7.5 games behind.
Checking out Houston, they've just never really found their groove this season. I mean, not yet anyway. They're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time left to find that groove, Clark. That's the problem. I mean, unless things really come together for them soon, I think they're going to stay in kind of that middle of the pack area the rest of the way.
And Caspi kicks to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the top of the key. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Iguodala's drive. Curry kicks to Thompson. Hit his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. .137 left in the third quarter. No one covering. And that's 20 points for Steph Curry.
Well, Curry is a constant threat offensively, Kevin. As soon as he crosses half court, you have to pick him up. He's got unlimited range, but also the shiftiness on the dribble, the ability to create space, get into the paint, and either hit a little floater or find a teammate for a jump shot.
Well, one of the best shooters in the game, Steve, no question about that. The passing ability is there too, but it's his honey sweet stroke that really is his best quality.
To the middle, kicks it out to Iguodala. Thompson outside from 15 feet away, and the rebound goes to the Rockets.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Caspi with the bucket.
The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that three.
Curry attacking. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Pass to Ezeli. Feeds it to Barnes. He dishes it to Thompson. Thompson off the pick from Barnes. Clock at 6. A fader. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
That's old school right there, and I like it. The fadeaway.
Brooks with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Caspi dishes to Brooks. Harden outside. Takes a three. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 6 assists here tonight.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Now here's Curry. He's got 20. Now the feed to Barnes. Deflected. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Five seconds left to play in the third. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. It could go, and that's not going to go. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Warriors on top, up 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Thursday, December 12th, Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on Darren Williams and the Brooklyn Nets. Make sure to catch it.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Rockets trail. Brooks out there with Harden. And it's Camby. Then there's Caspi. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Brooks misses.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Passes to Bogut. Kicks to Curry. Bogut with a screen on Brooks. Curry passes to Thompson. Warriors the rebound. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry gets the screen from Lee. And Curry, here we go. Iguodala kicks to Lee. Another shot. Spinning off the box out is Howard. Indy, Lee drops it in. Lee's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors. Here's Brooks. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
Tell you what, it was a big move for Aaron Brooks last year because he was let go from the Kings near the end of February, but was able to work things out and make a return to Houston, the city where he found success early in his career.
And Brooks played in China during the condensed season in 2011, 2012. Aaron kind of got stuck over there for a while, it seemed.
Well, he took a chance, like a few players did, by going over, playing in China, and not being able to get out of his contract until very late in the NBA season. But he's always been a productive player, very quick, kind of an instant offense type guy off the bench.
Lee with the block. Warriors leading by 3. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, how about David Lee in this one? 11 rebounds. He's rejected more than his share of shots today.
Now, interior defense at its best, fellas, and that's what we've seen out of him.
You know, they've really improved at the line from the first half. Things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted a high percentage of them.
Now a timeout called by Houston. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Canby dishes to Casper. He feeds it to Howard. And it's sent back by Bogut. Outside Curry. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Curry's got 22 points.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
It's Harden with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Thompson left side. Lee a screen on Harden. Here's Thompson. Out to Lee. Outside Curry. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Curry with the 3.
Now, he had it going in the first half, but now he's starting to falter.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The drive by Brooks. Lee with the block.
It's in his head now, guys. I mean, he just can't get anything to go, and it's affecting his team big time.
Now Curry. Lee outside. Thompson outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 7.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
It's Harden with the drive. He passes it to Caspi. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Pass to Thompson. Right side, Lee. Canby on him. Lee kicks to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Bogut. It's Curry with the drive. Stolen by Brooks. Goes up. And Harden with the stop.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Lee passes to Curry. Back to Lee. Dishes to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Lee a screen on Brooks. Curry attacking, and the foul called on Marcus Camby. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Curry dishes to Thompson. Thompson off the pick from Bogut. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Brooks misses.
It's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Bogut kicks to Thompson.
Well, Stephen Curry, really the engine that drives the Warriors offensively. And I don't know if there's a more entertaining player in the whole league than Steph Curry. I mean, he's one of the elite shooters already early in his career in league history. And he's a leader for this team off and on the court. Just very, very impressive.
It's Harden with the drive. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Harden's got 16 here in the second half.
Seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, I mean, he's perfectly willing to be the hero, or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
And another one of his really special talents is coming up with steals at the moment a ball handler picks up his dribble and is getting into a shooting motion. He's got excellent timing in that regard.
Tries again. Shots good by Lee. And the Warriors lead by 4.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Curry last season logging heavy minutes, a good sign that he was able to hold up physically.
Yeah, and despite those concerns over that right ankle, he really had a tremendous season. I thought competed better defensively. Not the most athletic guy, but possibly the most skilled player in the league when you look at his ability to handle the ball, shoot with range, and pass.
It was great to see him get on a big playoff stage and show the rest of the country just what they've got to look forward to.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And now a 6-point Warrior lead.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Thompson against Harden. Now the pass to Canby. Good D by Lee. Warriors leading by 6. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. He kicks it to Lee. The 10-footer. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Jermaine O'Neal checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for David Lee. Golden State's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Curry, Iguodala. Here's the 3. And it's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Here is Caspi. The dish to Harden. 6 to shoot. Makes the lead pass. And Marcus Camby the bucket on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Warriors leading by 9. Outside Curry. Thompson. Guarded by Harden. Barnes screen on Harden. Thompson with the bucket.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And here's Harden. Here's Howard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Curry with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
And stolen by Barnes. Curry passes it to Barnes. Can be on him. O'Neal. He's guarded by Howard. Here's Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
The Rockets have to improve their approach against Thompson.
He has 18 points and 2 steals as well. Whether it's making the tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
Well, he's had a great feel for the game today, for his teammates, for the situation, for his opponents. I mean, he knows what's going on out there.
The drive by Brooks. Howard. Shot is blocked. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
A lot of good games going on today, guys. And tell you one, the one that has my eye is the Golden State matchup.
Rocket 6.
Yeah, he's missing a lot of shots out here. Offensively, he just has not been able to produce in this quarter.
Iguodala, that's good. Rockets trail by 14. Timeout called the Rockets.
You know, Iguodala seemed to be a 20-point-per-game kind of a player last season, another season where his scoring was helpful, but not where you thought it might be for a star player. But his game is not predicated on scoring. It's his all-around versatility that makes him star level.
Here's Brooks. The shot is off, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Curry dishes to Thompson. Back to Curry. Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by Houston. Brooks has got 5 rebounds tonight. And for Iguodala last season, under 13 points a game.
But, Kevin, if you're just looking at the offensive numbers, you're kind of missing the point with Iguodala. He's a defensive-minded player. He can score, particularly in transition, but it's his defense, it's his rebounding, it's what he brings to the total game that sets him apart.
Thompson against Harden. Barnes kicks to Curry. Barnes screen on Brooks. On its way from Curry for 2. 5 on the clock. Thompson from long range.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Warriors leading by 12. And Curry, here we go. Thompson with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Thompson with the bucket.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
Curry against Land. Camby passes to Harden. Traps in the tray. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Curry dishes to Thompson. And the foul called on Marcus Camby. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw. And he knocks down the first one.
Kevin, right now, they're doing a good job at the line. They're hovering around 83, 84, 85% from the stripe. That's good stuff. I mean, that's well done.
Rockets trail by 13. And Steph Curry with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 1:21 left in the 4th quarter. It's Harden with the drive. There's the bucket. Good. Harden's got 30.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Thompson off the pick from Lee. Pass to Curry. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge.
Still fighting for the win here. Golden State's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the 4th quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Back to Thompson. Feeds it to Lee. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
6 to shoot. Douglas can't hit. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Rejected by Barnes. Here's Bazemore. He dishes it to Douglas. The feed to Barnes. 11 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted the win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my day's a number, but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass.
I can swallow a bottle of alcohol in her. Feel like Godzilla. Better hit the deck like the cartilla. My whole squad's in here walking around the party. A cross between a zombie apocalypse and Bobby the Rain Heenan, which is probably the same reason I wrestle with mania shades in this bitch. I'm posse up. Consider it to cost me a costly mistake if they sleeping on me. The hoes better get insomnia. ADHD hydroxy cut. Pass the Kavasi. In AA with an AK melee, finna set it like a play date, better vacate, retreat like a vacay Mayday. This beat is cray cray, Ray J, H-A, laughing all the way to the bank, I spray flames, they cannot tame or placate the monster.
You get in my way, I'ma feed you to the monster. I'm normal during the day, but at night turn to a monster. When the moon shines like ice road trucker, I look like a villain out of those blockbusters.
Blood to the fire, spit a monster.
Blood on the dance floor, Louis V carpet.
Fire, blood to the fire. Did so many things that pissed them off, it's impossible to list them all. And in the midst of all this, I'm in a mental hospital with a crystal ball, trying to see what I still be like this tomorrow. Whisper dog voices whisper, my fist is ball back up against the wall, pencil drawn. This is just a song to go ballistic on. You just pull a pistol on the guy with a missile launcher. I'm just a Loch Ness, the mythological, quick to tell a bitch you off like a fifth of vodka. When you twist the top of the bottle, I'm a monster.
You get in my way, I'ma feed you to the monster. I'm normal during the day, but at night turn to a monster. When the moon shines like ice road trucker, I look like a villain out of those blockbusters.
Blood to the fire, spit a
monster. Blood on the dance floor, Louis V carpet.
Fire, blood to the fire.
Monster, blood on the dance floor, Louis V.
If you never gave a damn, raise your hand, cause I'm about to set trip. Vacation plans, I'm on point like my index is. So all you will ever get is some motherfucking finger. Prostate exam. How can I have all these fans that perspire like a liar's pants? I'm on fire and I got no plans to retire. And I'm still the man you admire. These chicks are spazzing out. I only get more handsome and flyer. I got them passing out like what you do when you hand someone flyers. And what goes around comes around just like the blades on the chainsaw. Cause I caught the flag, but my dollar stacked right off the bat like a baseball. Like kidding, bitch, I got them racks with so much ease that they call me Diddy. Cause I make bands and I call getting cheese a cakewalk. Yeah. Bitch, I'm a player. I'm too motherfucking stingy for share. Won't even lend you an ear, ain't even pretending to care. But I tell a bitch I'm area if she'll bury a face on my genital area. The original Richard Ramirez, Christian Rivera. Cause my lyrics never sit well, so they wanna give me the chair. Like a paraplegic and it's scary, call it Harry Carry. Cause every time I'm digging Harry Carry, I'm marry a motherfucking dictionary on. I'm swearing up and down, niggas spit this shit's hilarious. It's time to put these bitches in the obituary column. We wouldn't see eye to eye with a staring problem. Get the shaft like a staring column. Trigger happy, pack heat, but it's black ink. Evil half of the bad meats. Evil that means take a backseat, take it back to fat beats with a maxi single. Look at my rap sheet. What attracts these people is my gangster bitch like Apache with a catchy jiggle.
I'm on my way to an island and I'm popping shit at the pilot. Niggas be broken, be sobbing, but still talking shit like